Hey, this is JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's October 18th, 2024. Looking out at the Pioneers, picked up a fresh blanket of snow last night. Looks like we have some snow in the Sawtooth and boulders as well. And if you're still appreciating this weather forecast, we ask you to do a one-time donation or even better, sustaining monthly membership. And looking at the weekend outlook, mostly sunny skies for all 3 days. We're going to start out with some cooler temperatures and then work back into the lower 60s. Tomorrow morning is going to be our coldest morning, starting out in the upper 20s in the Wood River Valley and the low 20s for up in Stanley. We're going to have some northerly flow. That's why we have those cooler temperatures, bringing that cooler air in from the Arctic. But upper level ridge sets in place and have a little bit of a disturbance coming through on Monday. Otherwise, that storm we just got yesterday is all we got until next Friday. Looking up at the Sawtooth, you can make out some white up there. Looks like the upper mountains got some snow. Looks like maybe 1,000 feet off the deck. Hitting definitely hitting the fire area. That would be good season ender to that fire, hopefully. And redfish, it's kind of a little harder to make out the snow, but you can see some snow up there in the Grand Mogul. Looking at what we picked up yesterday around the area, a couple hundredths of an inch last night in the Wood River Valley. And about 1/10 of an inch up in Stanley. That looks like it fell as rain because I didn't see any white snow on the ground, but maybe there's some when the sun rises up. And looking at temperatures, we're currently in the lower 30s in the Wood River Valley and the lower to mid 20s up in Stanley. Looking at the satellite view, we have a couple areas of low pressure, one down in Arizona right now. That was our system that came through yesterday. It's going to become a closed low and just kind of recirculate down there, bringing snowfall to the southern end of the Rocky Mountains. And then you can see another low out to the west with this atmospheric river coming in and about to pound the west coast, British Columbia, and Washington, kind of in this parameter here. It is going to miss us and keep to the north, so we're not going to benefit from that rainfall or snow. Looking at the temperatures, we are going to start climbing back into the 60s again for the next week, which is slightly above average. Speaking of which, let's look at the outlook. So we're going to be above normal for the next week, and then near normal for precip, and then back to normal for the last week in October. And that's signaling the next storm system arriving on the 25th with some southwest flow, bringing us above average chance of precip. And then moving into November, looking at equal chances for both temperatures and precip. All right, looking at the 500 millibar chart on the GFS, play this through so you can see that area of low pressure closes off and creates the split low, where we're kind of sitting in the middle, jet stream to the north, cut off low to the south. So we're just going to have high pressure sitting overhead until Monday. There's a storm that's going to clip the northern part of Idaho. Doesn't look like we're going to get any precip of that out of that. And you can see our next low forming in the Pacific. That's just going to keep things, give us a little bit of westerly flow for the beginning of the week, some cloudy skies, not too much precip. And then that's going to set us up for the next weekend with southwest flow, bringing in our next round of snow to the mountains and likely rain to the valley floor. Looking at that on the national blend of models, you can see the storm coming in on Monday. It's going to just get to the north of Stanley, maybe a couple stray showers there, but looks like it stays kind of out of the central mountains into the north. And then the next storm on Friday dips down but doesn't really make it into the Wood River Valley side. It just stays over in the Sawtooth. So the Sawtooth could pick up another, at this point, 3 to 4/10 of an inch of snow in the high mountains and just a little bit of light drizzle in the valley floor.